At the top right of Crossfire, he is a player from Team Liquid. He was able to win 2 games, lost 1 of them. It is
really impressive play so far from Hero in this group.
His opponent, on the other hand, struggled a little bit. Only one of his 3 matches, he lost 2 of them. Starting at the bottom left in the blue color, we have Protoss player
JYP.
I love group stages. I really love group stages because it's just so intense. It's not only the match itself, you always have those situations in the group that add to the excitement because it's really a battle for every single map, and that's what we are going to see between Hero and JYP. And if you want to see more of the GSL in 2012, you should check out GOMTV.net/ticket. There are a lot of different passes that have been added to the ticket system. GOM has reacted to all those requests that you made in the forums at GOMTV.net. There's a yearly subscription as well, so definitely make sure that you check that out. GOMTV.net/ticket.
Yeah, and follow GOMTV on Twitter as well at GOMTV. Follow Caldor at Caldor and myself at ProxyWolf for more updates on the GSL and of course us as casters. This is my favorite mirror matchup, Caldor. It used to be the matchup I hated the most playing on the ladder. I've been playing this matchup a lot recently. I've been practicing with none other than Artosis, doing a lot of work trying to figure out the best way to play this matchup. And you know, it's really a matchup that's it's the matchup I feel that's been the most developed, but it always changes the most rapidly. So it gets developed at one stage, right now, you know, there was that time where it was 4-gate versus 4-gate was almost the only thing you could do. Then that changed, and then things changed again. Nowadays, it seems like the most common composition is going to be,
hiding a pylon in your opponent's main base. Well,
we may see
not
JYP,
the most common, but
yeah, JYP probably going to go for a 4-gate. His opponent will scout that most likely, though, with his first unit. Now, one thing to notice about these 2 players' builds right off the start is that they've both made a Zealot. So, of course, that means that they're not going for the 3-Stalker rush. They may be 4-gating. A probe gets surrounded there, but the pylon is not scouted yet. Hero looks to be actually sending his Zealot out across the map, so he's not going to see this. He does take his second gas now, though. And the composition that you see, as I was trying to say earlier, is most commonly you see both players go for Robotech and Blink. So you see Blink Stalkers and Immortals in the composition. Both players microing their hearts out, neither player really being able to expand. That's the bread and butter. But JYP in his main base, he's adding
4-gate.
Yeah, 3 gateways, so he will be 4-gating, of course, with that forward pylon up in his opponent's main. And Hero making a robotics facility.
He can't spot this. Oh, did he? No. What did I just... Oh, in the middle of the map we have a small engagement, but the pylon is still in the main base of Hero, and JYP has cut probe production while Hero is continuing to get probes.
JYP even winning the battle in the middle of the map. And here goes a pylon for Hero. Now this is actually going to scare JYP into perhaps not warping his units into his opponent's base. So a smart choice by Hero. Here they go, the warp gates are finishing. Will he decide to warp into his opponent's base? I think that would be the smart choice. Will he do it?
Pylon is already halfway gone.
And he is warping in his first units into his opponent's base.
And this is going to be a really, really tough one for Hero. He does not have the production capabilities of his opponent.
No, he does not. He's making an Immortal.
Them. He's not attacking. He's waiting for the second wave of warp-ins.
So smart by JYP.
Really smart decision.
And I think there's no way Hero's going to hold this. He does come and see now.
Way too late, though. It's way too late.
Way too late. The sentry vulnerable. There's only one pylon.
Like, nah. You are not putting a force field up that ramp.
Yeah, there's too many units. The Immortal pops out, though. That could change things very quickly.
It certainly could, Wolf. But the Stalkers are gone. He's pulling probes, pulling a lot of them. More warp-ins now for JYP.
Yeah, and they are Zealots, which are exactly what JYP needs. The Zealots surround the Immortals, and Hero is not going to be winning this game.
No chance of winning this match with a pylon in his main base, unscouted.
Yeah,
JYP will decide it in his favor.
Really risky build by Hero and did not scout. GG. JYP. Our teamless Protoss, who's shown time and time again really nice micro, with he himself going for a risky build, putting the pylon in his opponent's base. If it were scouted, then things would have gone very differently, of course.
And this means that July is on 3-1. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is on 4-0. We have JYP and Hero on 2-2. Do we have a match between July? Can you check the matches that are still?
Yeah, here they are. Clyde and Lovesick will play.
What about
July and JYP will play.
July has to play against JYP, and if he wins this match, he will advance. So I think that's the game that, we are. The next
we're skipping Clyde and Lovesick.
We're skipping the next two games, and we will jump straight into July and JYP. If July wins, he is 4-1 in the group, and he will advance to Code S. If JYP wins this, he is on 3-2, and July is on 3-2 as well and will advance. Exactly. The next game will decide if JYP or July are being in Code S.
Yeah, so this is our final game, guys. We're not going to have 15 games, just going to have 13 actually today. So tell your friends, this is your last chance to get on Twitter, get on ICQ. I heard that a lot of Brazilians use Orkut. I'm sorry earlier for those people who I may have offended who use Orkut. Get on Orkut, okay, if you use Orkut.
I never even heard of that. I was like, oh, what?
But anyway, we are at 5-minute break. Tell everyone to come and watch this final game to decide whether or not July or JYP will go to Code S.